Welcome to the Yugioh Starter Series. In this series, I have an allowance of 1,000 gems to spend each episode. Every episode we will upgrade our deck and build the best deck possible to climb to the highest rank in the game. This is the Yugioh Starter Series. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 5 of the Yugioh Starter Series. I think in this episode, all we're going to do is just look at the deck, see what we can add in, and open up those packs and jump straight into the duels. In this episode, we're just going to try to climb to the top. But pretty much, all we're going to do is just look at our deck, see what we can add, open some packs, and jump straight into the duels. Hopefully we can hit up to Plat this episode, or maybe even Plat 1. That would be pretty cool. And the best thing about this deck is that we pretty much just use 3 Pendulum structure decks for like every single card. And all we did was just add in super powerful generic cards like Maxx, Ash Blossom, Gamma, and I guess we have our Red Reboot in here, Red Reboot that we pulled. And mainly the extra deck is what we use a lot of our stuff in. Like on Boral Sword, Cross Sheep, Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus, and of course all the other ones which are really important. Alright, looking at the deck, I think really all I want to do this episode is maybe replace Red Reboot with either a Maxx or an Ash Blossom. I think the main deck's actually solid. I'm going to be honest. I think the main deck's really good. I think in this episode the best thing that we can buy is the Lightning Storm bundle. So we're going to be buying this, opening it up, and seeing what we get. No rainbows, but hopefully we get something good in these 10 packs. No? Okay, it's upgrading for free. Nice. Okay, what is it? Allure Darkness. Wait, that's a really good card. That's like a solid draw card. Oh! Erratic Virus and Cleafort Genius. Okay, not bad. Okay, we're getting a lot of super rares. What we need are ultra rares. We need ultra rares bad in order to craft the Maxx and the Ash Blossom. Okay. Alright. Interesting cards, but no ultra rares. None of those work in our deck. Ooh! Oh! Okay. I don't know what this is. This card looks really cute. I've never seen this archetype before. And it's Pendulum. If it's normal or special summon, you can target a spell or trap your opponent controls and return it to the hand. That's kind of cool. Maybe. That archetype might be good to mix into our Pendulum deck. But I'd have to look more into it to see what like really broken like spell card they have. So far, nothing really good. Like, I mean, Lightning Imprisoning Mirror is really good. Okay, nothing else. Going dry. And final pack. Sadly, no ultra rares this pack. I can't believe Honeybot's a super rare. I didn't think this card was that good. Regardless, this is the final cards that we got in all those packs. And we got a free copy of Lightning Storm, which is a very good card. We're maxed out on every super rare card we need in the main deck. We need ultra rare cards, so that we can disenchant them and make even better cards like Maxx or Ash Blossom. Sadly, we didn't get any of those, so I think this was kind of a dud. Alright, well, without further ado, I think we're just going to jump straight into the duels. This episode, I feel like the shop didn't really do us justice. We didn't get any ultra rares. That's like pretty much all we needed. We got some other good cards, but no ultra rares. So for now, let's see how the duels are going. Alright, here we are. I finished the duels. I played a total about 15 to 20 duels. And, I mean, dude, I won like every single duel. I mean, there were some I lost, but pretty much I was so impressed with this Performapal deck. Like, it was just so strong. I just kept winning and winning. The deck is just really powerful, especially since it's just a structure deck. I'm going to be jumping into these 4 duels because these are the ones that I thought were like the best. I'll be starting out with this one. Alright, starting out, I'm going to be speeding it up so it goes a little quicker, trying to describe what's happening. I think here I'm just trying to like special summon some things. I'm trying to make not Astrograph, excuse me. I'm trying to make Electromite as soon as I can, so that I can start getting like really big plays off. My hand is really, really good. I'm able to set up my scales and get a search, and I make Electromite. I haven't even Pendulumed yet, so I'm about to Pendulum right now. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna Oafdragon Search, pop, Astrophraph Search. Dang! Wait, I'm doing super plays before I Pendulum. Yeah, I'm like getting all these searches off. Astrophraph is gonna search me a card, it's gonna special summon itself. I got a free. Oafdragon. Electromite's gonna draw me a card. Wisdom Eye is gonna destroy himself again. Now I got my skills. Pendulum 3. Wait, this is a good duel. I'm gonna try to pop my double iris and search Astrophraph. Astrophraph's gonna special summon himself again, but the reason I'm popping double iris is because I want to get the trap search. The trap card is super powerful. I can like stop anything my opponent does. There's so many plays here. Honestly, if you want me to go over like every single thing I did in the small basic combos, I can do that. But here I'm just like quickly going over it. If he activates anything that I don't like, I can just pop it. I'm gonna activate the trap here, pop his monster, and my monster, when it's popped, pop means destroy. I can destroy another card, so I'm gonna destroy his field, and I just got rid of 2 cards, and I only paid like 1 card for it. I don't have any more negates, I don't have anything. I do have a Maxx, so if he like somehow pops off, I can like chain Maxx, but pretty much it's his game. I'm just gonna destroy his Oriental Tribute, and he gives up, because he realized like, oh, I can't do anything else. That previous duel really showed the full combo you can do in a Pendulum deck, and it's just crazy. I think I really like this duel too. Not because I made insane plays, but just because I happened to actually finally use the card I wanted to use, Gamma. So this card Gamma is really good because let's say you're like searching in a Pendulum deck, you search a lot, and you're searching using Duelist Alliance or maybe Pendulum Call or anything. You're searching and you don't have a monster on your side of the field. It's okay if you have spell or traps, but if you don't have a monster and they activate Ash Blossom, because usually everybody's playing Ash Blossom. It's like I'm pretty sure everybody owns 1 copy, and Gamma cancels out Ash Blossom and negates it. And what it does is, you'll see, it's really, really amazing. Not only do I cancel out his Ash Blossom, but I also like special summon 2 monsters for free. This is during my turn, by the way. I have not even summoned this turn. So I'm gonna use Pendulum Call because I searched it out, and now like I'm like I can search out anything. He has no Ash Blossom. I negated it. Everything's good. I'm just gonna do my searches, my adds, and I'm gonna go into this guy. The reason I go into this guy is because he has an effect where I can grab a spell card in my graveyard and add it to my hand. Very broken effect. The only way I can do it though is if he uses a Magician monster as a material. Luckily, Gamma's a level 2 tuner, and then the other guy, Oafdragon's a level 6, so it like works perfectly in the deck. Even if I didn't go into this guy per se, I could have also went into Claw Sheep, and I could have Pendulum summoned 2 from my extra deck. But I didn't do that because I only have 1 in my extra deck, so I didn't feel like it was worth. And I'm playing against a Dragonpit player. That's a really good card he activated. Lets him special summon 2 monsters from his deck. And he's like doing these big plays. I'm just like seeing like, I'm afraid because I feel like he can like OTK me or he can destroy me. So what he does here is he activates Dragon Ravine. And usually face-up spell cards, they have an effect where it's like discard, activate, or target, do this. When it's a face-up spell, if you have a card that can destroy that face-up spell or remove it from the field, then you can negate that effect. It's really confusing because there's this one like thing that I used to say with my friends where it's like MST negate. MST doesn't negate, but in some situations MST does negate. It's when you use MST on a continuous spell or on a field spell. A spell card that stays on the field, then MST can negate if you chain to that effect. So what I want this guy to do, instead of destroying it right away, I'm going to let this guy discard, so he's going to lose a card in his hand, and then I'm going to destroy it. So like he's down a card. Rather than just destroy it right away, the card he discarded could have been like something really good. So I'm just trying to like let him lose as much advantage as he can. And then at this point, I'm like, huh, what can he really do? I'm pretty sure he can do a couple plays, but pretty much what he does is just special summon Tempest, attacks my monster, and as you'll see, I just go full combo. Like I just go to the wall, man. Ash Blossom, my Duelist Alliance, doesn't even matter. Like, Ash Blossom's not going to stop me here. I can Pendulum so many monsters. I can do so many things. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that guy pops. I get an ad. And then the trap card can just pop his monster, and I don't even really need to do anything. I'm just going to attack him, because I'm like, you have one card in your hand, you have nothing in your graveyard that can stop me. Just like, pretty sure it's game, so I just attack him. Don't make a negate, don't make nothing. Really, the best thing you can do is learning when to like counter your opponent. Because this Pendulum decks are strong, like you can summon a bunch of monsters, but your opponent can also be strong too. So you have to learn how to counter your opponent and how to stop him or her, how to stop them from doing their thing. And if you can do that, then you're sure to have a higher chance of winning the game. And here we go. This is the 4th duel. And yeah, this is against the Blue Eyes player. He didn't do some amazing, super cool combos. It's just playing Blue Eyes. I think he's having fun. I think my hand was actually really good. He's going to use Maxx, so I'm like, well, I can't go completely full combo because I don't really want to let him draw like 20,000 cards. So I'm going to try to minimize my amount of special summons. So what I'm doing is just trying to get as many cards in my hand as possible so I can just Pendulum summon like as many as I can all at once. And I just give him one card. I'm going to attack him, his Blue Eyes, with my Purple Poison because when this card, Purple Poison, dies, he like destroys a card, so I'm able to get rid of his Blue Eyes. This card, this Blue Eyes would be really tricky to deal with if I didn't have this trap card. Simply because what the spell card does, it revived his Blue Eyes, so like special summon it from the graveyard. But it also has the effect where, like, it can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. You just banish the spell card instead. So it'd be really hard to get rid of. Luckily, this trap card's like, it's broken, bro. Like, legit, you just target the Blue Eyes, and even if the Blue Eyes isn't destroyed, you can just send it to the graveyard. And sending is not destroying. So you'll see what I do. I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna Raigeki me here. He's gonna destroy all my monsters. I'm like, well, if he's gonna destroy all my monsters, I'm just gonna get rid of his Blue Eyes. I'm gonna target my monster, target his Blue Eyes. Since my monster's gonna die anyways, I'll just like get rid of it with my own card. He banished a spell card in his graveyard to protect his Blue Eyes, but then my trap just sends it to the graveyard. So he doesn't really protect anything. But it doesn't mean he doesn't have any plays. He's gonna start doing some really cool things right now. Trade in, draw 2, and then he draws Dragon Shrine, which lets him send a dragon from his deck to the graveyard. White Stones, get a special summon something from his deck, I believe. And this card's like really good. You gotta like add 2 cards, so. This guy's like, next turn he's gonna summon Blue Eyes Chaos Maxx, which is like 4,000 attack, can't be targeted, can't be destroyed by card effects. It does like double pierce damage. I have to kill him this turn. I can't let him live. He needs to die this turn because next turn, now Chaos Maxx is going to be a really big problem. My only out, I believe, my only card that can get rid of Chaos Maxx is Boral Sword. So I'm not super afraid of it, but I want to get rid of it because I don't want to somehow die to it, you know? So I'm like, okay, well, I got to get rid of him. Get rid of the back row. It wasn't really anything. It was Called by the Grave, doesn't do anything against my deck. And I'm just like, well, I'm just going to try to fill up my extra deck. I'm going to try to go full combo. Pendulum 4, go into Electromite, basic combo. Electromite searches Astrophraph from my deck, I pop a card, Astrograph's going to special summon himself. Electromite's going to draw me a card, so I chain to that effect. And then also Astrophraph is going to add me the card that I pop, so it's really, really good. Electromite's going to draw me a card, it was a dead card, doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure I can just win the duel right here. I'm going to go into Absolute Dragon. The reason I did this is because I want to go into Boral Sword. Like I said earlier, my only out to Chaos Maxx is Boral Sword, so I'm like, well, I'll just make him right now. So just in case he makes it, I have a Boral Sword, so I can just get rid of it, like, quickly. And then the cool thing is the XYZ combo, when this guy's sent to the graveyard, I can special summon a Fusion. The Fusion has an effect where he's special summoned, you can target a face-up attack position monster, so I'm going to target his, return it to the hand, and then if he activates anything, I can negate. So, let's say he has something in his hand, like a Battle Fade or something to stop me from attacking. I can just negate it. And this was the final duel, I believe, that got me into plat. I could be wrong, but I think it is. By the way, if you're liking the video, feel free to like the video. It'll show me a lot of support, and I really appreciate it. Alright, this is the final duel. My opening hand, I actually like it a lot. Because I have Star Pendulum Graph and I have Wisdom Eye. Those go really well together. I also have Duelist Alliance. He's going to activate this card, and I'm going to chain Ash Blossom. Honestly, in this situation, what this card does, his pot card, is that he banishes 3 cards from his extra deck, and he like looks at the top 3 cards of his deck. It's kind of like Pot of Duality, and he can add one of them to his hand. But it also has like a downside effect where you can't like draw or anything. I negated this. I didn't need to. Honestly, him adding one, it's like a 1-for-1. He's using 1 card to get 1 card from his deck. It doesn't really like add specifically what he needs. It just searches the top 3. I didn't need to negate this. I was just like, I'll just negate it because like, I don't know. I don't know what deck he's playing. Maybe this card would have helped a lot. Honestly, I should have kept the Ash Blossom because it probably would have been better if I kept it. Because let's say I kept the Ash Blossom, I could have just used it on Parlor Dragon Maid. And this one, he sends a Dragon Maid from the deck to the graveyard. I could have used it there. And he wouldn't have set anything, and he would have just probably ended his turn. So he's gonna go into Striker Dragon, he's gonna banish his traps, special summon 1. He's gonna go into a bunch of plays. And he's gonna bring out this guy. His board isn't that big. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna kid you. This card, all it does is it just bounces a card. So he like targets a card, I believe it's any card. He targets a face-up card I control and returns it to the hand. And then he special summons a monster from his deck. So it's pretty good, but he only has 1 disrupt. He can only stop me from doing like 1 play. So I'm like, I feel okay. Like, I feel like I can do a lot of things. Then he activates Maxx. And I'm like, oh, well, now he's going to draw a lot of cards if I try to do a lot of things. Here, I had 2 options. I could just like do as many plays as I can and like not special summon anything. And then next turn, I could pop off after Maxx's not like active, or I could negate the Maxx with my Ash Blossom and then pop off. I don't know, I think both of them were good options. I chose to negate the Maxx because I was like, I just kind of want to pop off. So he's not going to get any cards from my special summons, and he only has 1 disrupt. He has 1 card that lets him bounce a card from my field back to my hand. He has an Ash Blossom, so he's going to negate my Duelist Alliance. I'm like, that kind of sucks, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Because I have Star Pendulum Graph and I have Wisdom Eye, so I'm going to get a search from my deck. And I'm going to get a search from my deck from Wisdom Eye. And I get a Pendulum 2. I'm going to get rid of this guy because before I go into a link, I want him to use that effect. And I'm just going to destroy his monster. Then I'm going to normal. And I didn't really need to special summon all these cards or do all these plays. I could have just like set a card and ended my turn for Maxx. But I wanted to see what I could do. I honestly wanted a limit test. So Astrophraph's going to special summon itself, and then I'm going to search my deck for a card. Pretty good. Electromite's going to draw me a card, and I'm going to set up Double Iris, and I'm going to end. Now his turn's pretty cool, honestly. He's going to do some really cool things. He's playing a Dragon Maid deck, so he's going to like Fusion Summon and bring out like his... It's like his mini-boss, House Dragon. And then he's going to Fusion Summon again. And his card, when like a card returns to his hand, he gets to destroy card, so he's going to destroy this. And he's going to bring out his main boss. This is an Omni Negate. It can negate anything. A spell, trap, or monster effect. So it's kind of scary, but it's not the biggest deal because I have so many cards that he's going to have trouble negating all of them. I need to bring back all those cards. Like, damn, okay. I'm going to activate Oafdragon to add me a card from my extra deck. He's just going to negate it. Not a big deal. I have like 5 cards he can negate, so like I'm gonna be able to do my plays regardless. Wisdom Eye is gonna replace itself with a Poison Magician, and I'm just gonna start adding and doing some really cool summons. I fusion summon here because Cross Sheep has the effect. If you summon a fusion monster to where this arrow points, you can special summon a monster in the graveyard. I had 2 Ash Blossoms, so I'm like, I'll just special summon it because maybe I'll go into like a link. Here is where I kind of got sad. I wanted to go into Borosword, but Borosword can't be made with a normal monster. It has to be effect monsters. Like Borosword reads 3 effect monsters. Well, technically 4, unless you're using a link. But yeah, my material was this guy, Dragonpit. So I'm like, damn it, man. I can't make Borosword because this guy's a normal. So I messed up there. I shouldn't have special summoned him. But regardless, I was still able to do the full combo, even with that screw up. Cerberus is going to use its effect, destroy a card. And then this guy's going to copy Electromite, so I'm going to be able to pop and search. And I really like the Astrograph's going to special summon itself. I got rid of his 2 fusion monsters, and the only thing left are his 2 monsters. And I get a free draw too. Alright, this is a... I'm not sure if you know this combo, but it's a really sick combo you can do in this deck. And I'll explain it more as we get into it in the battle phase, but it's pretty much he's going to special summon his monsters, because that's what his monsters do, they like special summon themselves. The really cool combo is this. Oral Sword can attack twice. Also, he can steal the attack of the monsters he attacks with, you know? Like, that's good, you know? So, this is what I'm going to do. Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. Pretty much, the card that's used to make it, Supreme King, whenever he activates his effect to copy another card's effect, all monsters you control gain Pierce. That means if they attack a defense, it attacks through it. All monsters, including this guy. This guy can attack twice. Not only can he attack twice, he can steal the attack of the monster he attacks. He gains it. So pretty much this is what's going to happen. I'm going to steal that green dragon's attack. My guy's going to be like 46 or something. And he gets the attack twice, so I was just able to OTK him. And yeah, I really hope you liked this episode. I really hope you liked the series. I want to do a different series where I'm not allowed to use structure decks and I'm not allowed to use the super rare and the ultra rare tickets to make it even harder. But that's for another day. As for now, thank you so much for watching and supporting the series. I really appreciated all the comments. I really like doing this. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And making content like this makes me really happy. I hope you have a great day or night, and I hope you get lucky. See you later. Peace.